Today we will talk about the nervous system of the human, which consists of the two main parts, which you can see on this specimen. Two main parts, it is this chain or tube, which consists of the brain or encephalon and spinal cord, medulla spinalis. It is the central nervous system. Second part, it is the peripheral nervous system of our body, which consists of the cranial nerves, of the plexuses, spinal nerves, ganglions, yes, here, and radix. All of this make together the nervous system. All main functions of the nervous system include transmission of the neural impulse toward the brain, afferent, ascending sensory information, or toward the body, descending, afferent, and motor. These two parts provide the main function, this brain and spinal cord. Your topic is about the spinal cord. Now we see on this specimen whole brain with all parts on this, and also enclosed into the meninges. You see here meninges, the spinal cord. Today we will start to dissect it, and you will see main parts of the spinal cord. Now we will see the terminate part of the spinal cord, which calls cauda equina, and tail or of horse, which consists of the neural roots. Just upper of it we have the spinal cord. As you see, the spinal cord not fill all dural sac. It enclosed into the dural sac, not completely, only on the level from the medulla spinalis until to the level of the L2 in the average bodies. Here we can see opened meninges. First of all, it is dura mater. Second one is the pia mater, arachnoida mater, with supraarachnoidal space here, and pia mater, which surround the spinal cord. On this specimen we can see the unit of the spinal cord, which name as segment. Segment consists of some part of the gray and white matter of the spinal cord, from which arise two roots. It is posterior and anterior. Yes, posterior and anterior fuse together to form the spinal nerve, which leave the dural sac and form spinal nerve. Actually, we have 31 segments, which arise from the first part of the spinal cord. Our spinal cord starts from the dicoccession of pyramids on this layer, yes, or from the arising of the first segment, you see it here, rising of the first segment, or from the level of the foramen magnum. This is the upper border, topographical upper border of the spinal cord. Lower border, it is the level of the L2 in the adult man, or just upper in the women and lower in childhood. Also, the spinal cord surface anatomy include the two surfaces, anterior and posterior. On the anterior surface we have fissure, anterior fissure. Also, near it we have anterolateral fissures, from which arise the anterior roots. Yes, this is the anterior root. and also posterior lateral fissure there from behind, from which arise posterior roots. Yes, also from posterior side we can see the posterior sulcus, posterior groove. This spinal cord has two entomostancias. It is the cervical, from the level of the C4 to the T1, where we have a rising of the very massive plexus, this brachial plexus, and also the lumbar entomostans, which is enlargement related with the formation of the cauda equina here, and formation of the two main plexuses which control our lower legs. It is the lumbar and sacral plexus. On the top, on the end of the spinal cord, we have conus of the spinal cord. This is the conus, and which terminate into the fila terminalis, the last remnant of the spinal cord which attached it to the sacrum bone. Yes, it was the spinal cord. Also, on this specimen we can see the main parts of the brain. It is first this medulla, which attached with the mesencephalon. Actually, we have five main divisions of the brain. Brain consists of the mesencephalon, or medulla oblongata, or bulbus cerebri. Yes, oblong is the medulla. Second part, it is the mesencephalon, which consists of the pons and cerebellum. Next, it is the midbrain, here, deeply, midbrain. Yes, it is the legs of the brain. And second one, next one is the diencephalon, small amount you can see here. And largest one it is brain in our understanding, but it is the telencephalon, which consists of the hemispheres. If we will talk about the main 5 divisions of the brain, which we can see on the cross section of the specimen, we can see the same medulla oblongata. Yes, this is the correct way to show the medulla oblongata. You need to show all borders, where it's divided, separate from the brain, from the pons, and from the spinal cord. Second one, it is the mesencephalon, which consists of the cerebellum and pons, and also a cavity of this part of the brain is the foreventricle. Next part of the brain, it is the midbrain, mesencephalon, which consists of the tectum and legs of the brain, pedals of the brain, and also has part that is the separate from the brain, from the pons, from below here, and from the diencephalon here. This is the mesencephalon. And diencephalon, a small part which consists of the thalamus and hypothalamus. Yes, this one too. And largest one, this one, it is the telencephalon. Yes, which consists of the 2 hemispheres. This one is the telencephalon. Okay,